gray sweatpants. Don't act like that, it make no sense. You don't hear me talking to you, you can't have no friends. I'm on your body like niggas on bitches in the summer. You lit and match your match, cause I'm the one. Now what's your number? You won't find nobody better than I. Who better than Kai? Rhetorical, don't need no reply. Now
Hey everybody. Hey deep divers, welcome back. Hey y'all, hey y'all. Hey Asia, how you doing, my love? How are you? Happy Wednesday, y'all. Happy hump day. New Eric King. Lord have mercy. Uh, hey Gabe. Hey Miss MJB. Yes, baby. I was asked to go live, my loves. Okay. Trying to help somebody through the end of their day. But with that, I do have some content for today. I do have some stuff. Oh, hey Victoria. How are you, beautiful? Hope you're having an amazing day. So, with that, I do have some content that I want to share with you today. I think it's maybe a little bit of a controversial topic because I want to hit on a topic that is probably the men are going to have a whole lot to say, but the women too. Okay, it's about this soft era that we're talking about with a more softer woman. Okay, is an interesting topic only because how it applies to the culture or women of as colored women. Well, that's I didn't say that right. Okay, let me back out of that. Okay. Um us melanated women, okay? How it affects us differently than other cultures. As we know, there are a lot more single parent households in minority communities, and then how that plays into the soft era. So the soft era is an aesthetic, right? And I'm just gonna give y'all, and I'm gonna let y'all. I have a little video to play for you guys. Hopefully I won't get striked. Hey, okay, I see you, Asia, talking to Miss MJB. So the soft era is an aesthetic, right? It's an aesthetic that that's out there about how women's supposed to look. So more of a natural look with makeup and more of a softer hair, more natural hair, as it complements the melanated woman. But it also plays into a softer way of being, how we talk, how we are around men. So more out of our testosterone and more into our estrogen. Okay, and so that's where the issues kind of play into how it affects us as women. So hey, Doogie, and y'all feel free to hit the panel because this is gonna be a little juicy. Okay, now men, I want to hear what you feel about women, and especially in the current age, no matter what age we're in. So in 2023, how you feel like women are showing up in terms of um how they are in relationships aesthetically. Hey y'all. Oh, hey Texas. And where you at, bro? What are you talking about? Gabe. Hey 713. So listen. Yeah, welcome deep divers. Y'all go ahead and share this video out if you can, because I want to chop it up. I want to have some conversation about how us women can fall into the soft era, what that takes as a person, and then what it takes as, hey Jamel, look at you coming in here with the goggles, what it takes as a single mother and what it takes as a woman, especially a woman who is dating. And I wonder how it works for people who are currently in relationships, right? If you're married, right, and you're not used to being that soft kind of woman because of a lot of how we address our relationships are based on like our if we don't educate ourselves is how our family brought us up. So how our mothers or how our fathers raised us and what we were aware of in the house. Oh, look at you, Miss MJB. Let's go. Y'all go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me welcome y'all in the right way. Excuse my manners. Welcome to the island. I am the queen, the goddess, the empress of the island, your girl Brenda. If this is your first time visiting the island, I guarantee it will not be your last. But if you're a returning inhabitant of the island, welcome back, Deep Divers. All right, so glad to have y'all back here. Thank y'all for taking a ride with me as we talk about this. So let me see if I can get this. Yep, the video's ready. Let me play a little bit of this for y'all, okay? Let's see what they saying about, ooh, child, because this is about to be something special, okay?
I don't know when you say here there's a strong Black woman narrative. It doesn't apply to me. I live a soft life.
Soft living, point blank, period, is about living in a state of ease and doing it with grace. It's about denouncing hustle culture.
Some of y'all get so mad at the rest of us for trying to experience ease and abundance.
The soft life or soft girl era is trending on social media, which basically means living a life of ease or refuse to be a part of the hustle culture. But is it truly obtainable for Black women? Some say no.
It's become this aesthetic that I just cannot relate to.
God damn it. What the hell's happening here?
I wish that I could and I want to, but I literally can't. Thinking about finding an environment where I can be vulnerable and be softer, it just seems unattainable.
Here with me is activist and author Rachel Cargle. Her new book, A Renaissance of Our Own, a memoir and manifesto on reimagining, is due out in May. Rachel, thank you so much for being with us. Now, your article for the LA Times has sparked widespread debate and discussion. So first, let's define, what is soft life for you?
Yeah, so the idea of soft life really relates directly to what it means to be a Black woman. We have so much experience of having to be
At L'Oreal Group, 100% of our industrial water will be recycled by 2030.
Got 800 commercials here.
This is how we create the
No, this is
beauty
not on YouTube,
that moves the
so I
world.
found this on the Griot site.
ultra strong, to be not really considered, to self-sacrifice in many ways for our own spaces, our business, our communities. This idea of soft life is an invitation to consider how we can center our wellness and go away from the edge that life has dealt us in many spaces.
Yeah, and you referenced it there in that answer, that there's a lot of history around what Black women have been conditioned to be in this world and here in America. So there's some level of unlearning, right, that's associated with some of this soft life mantra and lifestyle. Many of us have watched our mothers, our grandmothers, our aunties grind and struggle. I know my grandmother was a domestic, for instance. I know you talked about, experiences there. Talk a bit about survival as a part of Black women's story and how that compares to a soft life.
Yes, yes. We have a history in America of being seen and our value being held in our ability to produce, in how hard we're working, in how much we're sacrificing, whether it is in the fields of slavery or even in the boardrooms where Black women, I'm thinking of academia as well, where Black women are expected to work twice as hard, to get half as much. That's language that might have been used for many Black girls growing up, of what they need to do to keep up the pace in life. And I think that now this idea that we don't have to just survive, that we have the option to thrive, or that we have the option to rest, is feeling very radical, even though it's not. Black feminists over time have been discussing this. Bell Hooks has written a lot about this need to come home to ourselves and find the rest that is necessary to do the work that we all want to do, of caring for each other. And that has to start with caring for ourselves. And soft life is an invitation for that.
Now, can soft life exist, Rachel, alongside the hyper-focused type A Black women that are very much about career advancement and ambition? Can they coexist?
I like that question because it makes us consider what soft means. Soft doesn't mean lazy. Soft doesn't mean not doing something. Soft really means being thoughtful, considering what do I have the capacity for and what do I feel like doing. Soft life actually might even invite people to do more of exactly what they want to be doing, as opposed to what society is telling them or what they've been conditioned to believe. So I think it's a really special moment for people to consider, what does soft mean for me? Where do my values lay? What does success look like and mean to me? And instead of putting my effort and my energy towards what other people expect, how can I offer myself a softness and
Oh, Jesus Christ. Sheesh. This is the worst sight ever.
do exactly what I want and show up in the world in a way that feels true and authentic, and ultimately a little softer than what other people might offer as a blueprints.
Yeah, I hear a lot of what you're speaking to, Rachel, really being around choice and self-determination of what lifestyle looks like. I think when you look at some of the comments from your piece in the LA Times and other works on social media, Black folks are triggered, right? Black folks are triggered by this notion of soft life and soft girl era. I know I had a very visceral reaction when I first heard it, which I'll talk about later on in the show during my sidebar. But there does seem to be some challenge around the semantics, right, of what we mean when we say softness. And I definitely know that it's caused a lot of trigger. So why, Rachel, do you think it can be triggering for Black women to hear soft life?
Yeah, I do a lot of work in the field of mental health as well. And my foundation, the Loveland Foundation, we work to get Black women access to therapy. And I think it fits in that same vein of the stigma around what softness might
Joe,
mean
can you
to
hit
us.
the piano?
We've been taught
That's
that
why I
the
was
hardness
saying
is
pay
what
attention
protects
to their
us,
voices.
that the hardness is what keeps us safe and lets people know who we are. But I hope that soft life invites people to explore what softness means, how softness can play into how we care for each other, how softness can play into our openness to understanding who we are in community, who we are to ourselves, who we are to the revolution that we're working towards. And so I'm really, you're right, it's absolutely about semantics. And I think there's a lot of community conversation that can happen around how softness can really benefit and propel us in the same ways that we understood our shells and our hardness too.
Indeed. I'm smiling because one thing I really do like about this conversation is that we get to have it as Black women in this contemporary era. I think we know that not long ago, this wasn't even an opportunity for choice and debate, which to me speaks to the liberation that we find ourselves in as Black women today. Rachel Cargle, we wish you softness and ease as you enjoy.
Okay, y'all. I gave y'all a lot to chew on. Oh, hey, babies. Let me go back through here because I know, I like to greet y'all one by one. Jamel. Hey, K Smooth. What's good? Hey, Vibrant. How are you today? Big Dog Philly on his backup account. Y'all go ahead and subscribe to Big Dog Philly's second account. Who else is in here? Joseph. Yeah, Joseph. Miss MJB, the Grand Madame of the island. Hey, my love. Nene, what's good? How are you? Let's discuss this, y'all. And if you have a few minutes, hit the piano, male or female. Let's talk about that. So, Joe, you heard as well her voice, right? And so I don't know if I'm triggered or why it felt weird for me that the girl who was being interviewed. Hold on one second. Okay. Hey, Joe.
Buenos nachos.
Joe, so you heard what I hold on. Oh, Miss MJB. Oh, hey, ma'am. Oh, hello, darling.
Hey.
Hey, I'm so glad you're up here. Not that I'm not glad you came here, Joseph. Okay. But
That's what it sounds like.
So Joe, did you hear like I heard the voice? I don't know why that the girl who was speaking so lightly, why her voice bothered me a little bit.
You said it bothered you?
Yeah. And I had to think to myself because I don't think that I talk very strongly, right? Unless, sometimes if I'm up here, if I'm popping my shit or whatever. But for the most part, I think a lot of people always say, oh, Brenda, you're trying to talk sexy and you're trying to do all this thing. When I'm in my space, when I'm talking, when I feel safe, my this is usually my tone, right? It's calmer, which may allude to being a little more sexier, but it's how I speak, right? And hearing her talk like that, and I think, I wonder if she talks like that all the time. I wonder if her soft era requires that she always be in that feminine energy, which means that her voice has to be really light.
I hope.
So are you saying as a male you like that?
Yeah, I would much be around that voice than the other one voice that was on her.
But also, let's pay attention, right, Miss MJB? That lady's working, right? So when we women are at our job, when we put on that hat, right? A part of the testosterone comes out. We have to operate in our masculine energy when we're at work. And
You
you
don't
could
have
do.
to.
Okay, so tell me, like, because my thing is, and like Miss MJB was saying, it's so many different descriptions on a modern woman and what she looks like, and so now the soft era is coming.
It's
Nene
a
said
little too much for me.
it's a lot.
It's a little too much. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut the
No, no,
gentleman off.
no. I'm
No,
listening.
go ahead.
I'm with you.
Yeah, the young lady on the left is the host, right? That was asking.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
She's one of the ex housewives from New York. What's her
Oh,
first
is
name?
she? I didn't know
She's a
that.
Hey, Annie
lawyer.
Camille or something like that.
She's a lawyer, but
Oh,
do you know her first name? I can't remember it
see,
now.
I must have really missed like a whole season because I usually rock with those crazy ladies.
She
Because
was the only black on. She was the only black
Yeah, I remember.
housewife, right? But she acted a fool and act crazy too. She know how to do her professional thing, and then she know how to cut up. So I guess it's a time and a place for all of that.
right.
But I'm just between just hearing about like my daughter will tell me things about this modern woman and I mean being soft, what does that mean? Just being kind, being loving, but still taking care of your business too. Like I run this house and I do it by myself, so it's a time that I have to be aggressive about certain things, you
Right.
know, and then it's a time to just, take it easy. So I'm just confused. I just get confused, but I let the younger generation have it. Do your thing, do whatever,
Well, it's not just the
make
younger
you happy.
generation, right? Because I'm saying, like, let's say, for instance, like me, right? So I'm an older woman. So as I go out into the dating scene, right, the
Mhm.
expectation is for a lot of the men, because they say we women aren't listening, right, Joe? Y'all say we're not listening. You guys are talking, but we're not listening, right? And as I listen, it's like the men want the softer women. And there's gonna be a part of me that's gonna be soft, and there's a part of me that's from Brooklyn, New York, and you're not about to play with me.
Exactly, exactly. Because we don't have no choice. I mean, especially myself being, I was a single parent. My daughter's grown now, but I mean, I had to, I had to do what I had to do. And sometimes if that seemed like I was coming out of character because I had to be clear on some things and set some boundaries, I did that. But I still know how to be soft and vulnerable and all that. So.
So can I ask a question, Brenda, with what you just said?
Of course.
So you said like you're gonna be soft, but that Brooklyn is still in you, right?
Right, and that only comes out, that pops off, right? When I feel like I need to take care of myself, I have to be secure, right? If I feel like I'm out in the street and somebody's playing with me, right, or something happens in the store, right, and I have maybe a flower colored person acting a little off, right, next to me, then I get in my testosterone, right, a little bit of my masculine energy has to flare up because my defense is up, and I feel like I need to protect myself, right? So I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm sorry, miss, did you see that I was in front of you? I'm going to go, excuse me, I know you see me standing. Wait, because I'm gonna. Hey, Miss D. I'm gonna be like, did you see me standing here, ma'am? Yep. The line starts back there, right? So I'm not gonna be in my soft era, right? The aesthetics may be soft, okay. How we and then I don't even that's another issue with the aesthetics of the softer look and the hair and the call for the natural hair and all that kind of stuff. Because that we can go into part two with that because being natural is a whole lot more work than all that other stuff. It really is. It's a lot of work and it's a lot of money. Okay.
It is a lot of work.
Yeah. And I don't think the men understand that we absolutely want to be in that aesthetic as well as in that energy. But as a man, you tell me how like you think or feel like women can always operate in that soft energy even when they're faced with like being single mothers going to work. Where did Joe go?
I'm here.
So
I'm just listening to your
no,
rationale.
I was asking your opinion because I don't know like how does that work.
I mean, I didn't think it was possible until like I started working with this female who and I'm not exaggerating, out of almost 2 years, I have never seen her be aggressive. I've never seen her be angry. I've never like she's even on like non-company time when she's with her kids, like she's very pleasant, soft-spoken, like so. I mean, and I've asked her like, "How is it working out for you?" And she said her life is great. She don't have to worry about anything. And I can only imagine if I found a woman who was like that, it could allow me to be the man that I would be generally because I don't have to defend myself in a relationship.
And so I've had conversations like this, right? Like the one you're talking about. So I remember some months ago, right? I was on Knowledge's panel and him and there was two other guys over there and boy, they were sick of me. Okay. You know, I went over there, my little finger saying, "Can I address you?" You know, running with a little finger, and hey, M's baby. I went over there to talk about like having conversations with men and how I didn't understand what the guy was dating at the time, like why when he was explaining things to me, why he got so upset. Now, Joe, my tone when talking to him was much like how it is now. I was basically trying to get understanding, but baby, he did not like that. Okay, he wanted me to follow, what he was saying, listen to what we saying. And I will say, on the end, I can admit when I'm wrong. He was right. Okay. And I get it. He was right in what he was telling me to do. But here's the thing. I didn't trust that he was right yet because I didn't trust him. So I think part of being in a relationship and being in your soft era is about being able to trust the man to soften your edges. And every woman's not like that. So I know every woman is not going to acquiesce to a man. They're not going to submit. Some of them, even when you're right, they're still going to be a little combative. I, on the other hand, I'm okay with relinquishing that. I want to. I absolutely want to. Please.
So isn't that self-sabotage then?
Well, who for me?
Yeah, because you say you want to be soft, you want to do all that, but when you have somebody that's attempting to do that, you can't trust them enough. But how do you get to that trust? By allowing him to do what he's saying and then build upon that. Like so, like it seemed like you would be working against yourself on that.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, the thing is that once you begin to trust, like, I don't feel like those same walls are in it.
But okay, so with that, did that hinder your relationship in any way? That interaction?
Did it what?
Is the relationship still going?
Oh no, but that was the whole
So
thing.
so it didn't work out.
No, but that was, I mean, it was other horrendous issues. It had nothing to do with that, at all.
Oh, well, then maybe that was your insides telling you that this man is not meant to be trusted.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Hey, Lush, how are you, my love?
Because I'm pretty sure if you found like a real man that made you feel comfortable, you wouldn't have an issue trusting him in what he said, and then y'all wouldn't have certain issues. That's what it sounds like to me.
Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all.
He dropped down.
You know, Joseph, he be at work sometime at night.
So, Brenda, let me ask you though: do you have I've heard you talk at different times about relationships. Do you have an issue with trusting men or those
I
that you come in
do, and I'm
contact with?
talking to people in general, you know,
Right.
because of crazy stuff that is going on. But you know, usually my spidey, hey Caesar, how are you? You know, usually my spidey senses is, you know, on point.
Mm-hmm. It's hard though, especially if you've had hurt before. You know, that can be a problem. But you got to try not to bring that into the new, the new relationship. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Uh, I hear some noise. I don't know where it's coming from. But myself, like I'll say for myself, I'm single, and that's by choice. I would like to meet someone, but I feel like it's harder now at my age to find, not to find, but to meet someone, you know, that I could vibe with. I think it was easier when I was younger.
Yeah,
So I don't
and
know, like I'm 60, so I'm like, wait a minute, there's still life in me. I would like to meet somebody and just enjoy the simple things in life. For me right now, it's not about how much money you have, how what you live, how you live, and well, that is important, but that's not the biggest priority for me. And I think as you get older, your priorities change some.
hold on one
So what happened?
hey, I'm sorry. Just
That's
foolery.
all right. I was gonna
Just,
take over the chat for you.
no, that's okay. Just foolishness. Just the stuff I would not do. That is just,
Oh, are you okay? So you trying to do your show and somebody's bothering
honey.
you?
This is what you know. I can't, honey. Hey, Dragon, how are you, my love?
Hey, big showtime. What's going on with you, baby?
Hey, how are you, Dragon? I'm good, baby. I'm good. How are you?
What you got going on today, gorgeous? Hello?
She's
She
been
do that
having some
extra.
problems with her line.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
All right. Hello?
Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all.
Oh, my bad. Somebody kept calling me. Hey, how you doing today, love?
Well, I'm fine. How are you? Since Brent is tied up, how are you?
Oh, how are you doing today? Who is this?
Good. This is Miss MJB.
Oh, hey, how you doing today, baby?
I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, I had to come over here and check on my friend, see how she doing, though. I ain't seen
It
her in a
sounds like
while.
her energy is changing a little. I don't
So,
know if somebody's calling her or I don't know what that is, but just seems
I
like
have no idea. I have no idea, though. She just got a lot of stuff she got going on, probably. Who
I
knows?
know. I know. I know.
All right, then. Let me go ahead and get up out of here, then. Showtime salute.
All right, salute.
I'm sorry, baby. Miss MJB, when I tell you,
He
honey,
said
it
salute. He
makes
went
me,
down though, but
I gotta laugh, honey. I cannot. I can't even take
Andy, you
stuff.
cannot
I
feed
can't
him
take stuff
all
to heart, Miss
He's
MJB. Not no more, honey. Not the way that my life is set up and the way that the Creator has been good to me. I cannot. I
no, because you
cannot.
always talk about it. You're not letting that come over
And
here.
that's what I say when I walk in my soft era regarding everything that I do. Everything that I do. I can have
You
conversations
are
with
a beautiful
people.
young lady. You definitely
uh,
have a lot going on for yourself, and just keep doing what you do.
I will, and I am.
Authentic. Just not everybody's not gonna understand. Everybody's not
No,
gonna.
not at all. Not
Yeah,
at all.
it's just like that. I mean, everybody has opinions. We all know that. But at the end of the day, who's coming and dropping that money on your table to help you pay those bills? That's what I always say. So, and and Brenda, I'm serious. I'm at a point now where I don't care. I had to learn that stuff. I had to learn it, and I'm still working on it about what people think or what they're saying. I'm learning it still, but you really can't let that stuff distract you.
I know.
And it just sounded like your energy was up, and then it just went.
Yeah,
down.
it's fine, and it will get back up, baby. It will get absolutely back up, honey.
Yeah, shake the dust off.
Ooh,
Keep going.
Lord Jesus.
Well, then I'm going to drop down and let you finish with your chat.
Okay.
I'll
All
talk to you later on. Bye bye.